was the start of a new project. That one's waiting to be picked up. Picked up this little bike. Guy just gave us a ring and said needs it gone through. Brakes are sticking. He's installed these giant rear shocks, and of course his side stand won't bloody touch the ground. So change the side stand, clean it up a little bit, check out the bearings and the wheels. You can see the chain's real loose. He's changed the carby on it and it won't run. It'll idle only at about 2,000 revs. Occasionally it stalls at the lights and that, and he panics and that. So we'll go through that. Maybe a major clean-up is required. Fix up that front guard. That's a little bit rusted, just a bit. We'll go through it and just do a little bit of maintenance on it. Got these bloody mirrors, bloody useless. So take it outside, give it a wash, and start taking it apart. His back brake is locked on, don't know why, so I've got to do that, find out why his back light doesn't work. He said that it did work at one stage and then just stopped going, so we'll fix up all that, find out what's wrong with the carby, why it won't run. The forks on it are really soft forks, so we're gonna check all the fluids in the forks, see how that goes. Alright, that's our job for the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned.
Construction begins this month on our new Waterbrook Lifestyle Resort. It'll feature the Nurriton Brook and a picturesque footpath joining Haynes Shopping Centre just 300 metres away. Only 144 homes are available in this boutique resort, so register your interest early to secure your perfect home and plan a life of resort living every day. Visit providencelifestyle.com.au today.
Let's come closer to you for just a second. I'm going to come into your personal space.
Yeah. Isn't Chris got it in his mind that there's a comedy piece where someone says to someone, I want you to touch my monkey. So Chris Murphy went away into his studio at home.
It may not be the best timing, but we had lined up with this fellow a couple of weeks ago to go for driving, so we drive very, very slowly. we look after our fuel economy,
Yeah.
and then we'll jump out and we're going to investigate one of the only remaining drive-ins in WA. So
All right.
that'll be good. Fun memories for
That'll be
everyone.
fun. All right, Chrissy, the long lunch. Thank you. See you
Bye-bye,
later.
thank you.
Bye-bye. Look after yourself. 133 882. Shannon, who works with us, who's one of our gun producers, went to the drive-in and busted it, and it was still operating when I was a kid. Is it still there?
Year to February, which doesn't include the start of the war. Housing and electricity prices continue to weigh on housing. 69.7 US cents and 11,800 Indonesian rupiah.
6PR Finance. F10 Fuel Treatment. Keep it clean and running like a dream with F10 Fuel Treatment. Available at Auto 1.
.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
6PR Perth weather. Rain, hail or shine, we'll be here to help when
I reckon mortadella's underrated. It's a great cold cut meat. I like it with olives, but this is the traditional stuff. No olives in that. Pure mortadella. Talk me through what we're...
Local West Australian growers and farmers with our pork. I think it's something to touch on, especially in these uncertain times at the moment. We're really focused on trying to support other local businesses and farmers and whatnot. And yeah, you'd be amazed. It's an
If you've got the money laying around and you're trying to maximise your super, I'll just pay personally if you can. How's that, Kim? That help? With the same benefit super, we can't actually contribute to the super, but we can't make any contributions.
Just a little update on our Suzuki GN 250. We've taken out the swing arm and we found out that the brake pedal hits against the swing arm and that won't operate. So I've got to work out, I'll probably straighten this lever. Even though it's factory bent, something's gone wrong. I don't know if this is original brake lever or not. So I think if I just straighten that part out there, that's gonna probably clear the swing arm. Taken out the wheel, checked all the bearings. They look good. Bearings in the swing arm look good. These are the insides of the bearings. They're all greased up and that was a good sign. So I'll just clean up those, put them back in. Taken off the front guard to repaint, take off the rust. Issue on the carby. This was a Chinese aftermarket one. Wouldn't run, wouldn't idle. At higher speed it bogged down. Now when the fuel tap was on, it just leaked out of the overflow. So took off the bowl and found out that the float height was way too high. It didn't close off the shut-off valve, so I've adjusted that. That took about 3 or 4 goes to get that right. I've changed the fuel line hose. Now you can turn it on and it just fills up normally and it should stop. So So we'll see how that goes. Today we've got to do the check the valves, maybe today. A little bit more cleaning up. So we'll just see how things go, and let's just see if the bike starts, eh? Nothing's overflowing, so that's good. First go. Really pleased about that. The other thing that I have to do is change the oil and the oil filter. They've put in fully synthetic oil, which I'm not a fan of these older bikes, older engines I should say. So we'll change that to mineral oil, I think is best. And also I see this battery holder isn't really up to our standards, so I've got to devise a thing to hook around that and bolt it in, because it can sit up quite high. I could just tighten that strap and let go, but I don't think it would pass inspection, so we'll fix up that in the next few days. Apart from that, everything's going to plan.
Tracy Amos, as we look Bolter, I don't know if
Included 6 goals this year, and he's missed that one. from again 30 metres out on a slight angle. He's missed 2. Fremantle have missed 7. They're 1-7-13 for Tennis Warehouse. The Tigers are 1-3-9. It's like there's a force field over the goals.
Yeah, it's just adding to the underwhelming nature of this game. But I would have liked Lawson to come across and help out in that contest with Josh Tracy. They would know that the ball's coming into Josh Tracy into a dangerous spot. And Richmond defence just needs to come across and help in that contest.
Boston has the footy.
And like just being a little bit flippant with the skill execution and your decision making, particularly in that front half when there's one more handball and you'll get out or you'll get through. Just being a little bit casual with that last disposal.
Cutters it got to carry that. He's right. He's right again. He normally is. That's why he's an expert here on 6PA. You'll hear him every single weeknight when it comes to our sports show, Wide World of Sports. 12:23.95. Imagine what it could have been. 12:23.95 to 6:42.
It would have been a good percentage booster, wouldn't it? If the points were the goals. But again, Fremantle just continuing.
Lawson's exit kick was intercepted by Voss now. Chapman didn't take the mark. He kicks it 7 metres back to Voss. He's trying to claim it. He's got no chance. Hand pass to Chapman, so effectively we're back to point A. Here's Darcy. Oh dear, the big boy. Not sure he got a lot of elevation, but his arms were up at the right time and he took the grab.
He didn't need a lot of elevation, did he? Because he had the mismatch there. He gets.